Hey, welcome to another episode of One Up here on Super Trash TV. I'm so excited to do our first comic book specific episode for you guys. I'm Jacob Rubin. I'm your host and Quizmaster here on One Up. We're here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, except the next 2 weeks for personal reasons. But today, we're normally about video games, except we're about TV shows, and also that one time that we were about pinball machines. And last week was something else. But anyway, this week, it's Green Lantern, the unsung hero of the DC universe because he was in one movie and it wasn't great. We have two fantastic guests, two people I'm so excited to have on the show. So let's meet them alphabetically by, either way. First name or last name is the same. So let's go to our first guest. You might know him from the other game show that is sometimes here on Super Trash TV, entitled The Price is Stephen, where he shows you things that he's bought and you can't win any of them. He's a regular contributor here to Super Trash TV and a hilarious dude. Coming at you from Berkeley, California. Make some noise for Stephen Koo, everybody. Yay!
Yay! It's me. It's Stephen Koo. It's the Stephen Koo. And I am
wearing
back.
the classic Price is Stephen glasses.
Yes.
And all 9 lantern rings?
I'm actually missing one, but I'll let you guys try and guess which one it was. So
looks like indigo. But...
yeah. It's okay. I asked for this to help. As you can tell, I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. So...
What color lantern would Thor be? I feel like he would make sense for most of them.
Oh God,
That's
he would.
True.
Yeah.
He really would.
Says
I think he actually would be a Green Lantern, though. I think he would. I think he would actually be a Green. See, until the second Avengers movie, not to spoiler learning, but he was super depressed. But I mean,
that's why
I want to give him green. I'm gonna go green.
Yeah.
I'm going green.
They don't have a lantern ring for depression yet. They got to work on that. I could be brown lantern.
Oh, you would think it'd be blue, but that's hope.
Yeah. Stephen, question that I should ask you. Why do you think you are going to win today?
Because I accidentally still know way too much comic book knowledge. I tried to replace it with real things like science or how to cook, and it all just still keeps spewing out of me whenever someone talks about anything. I'll be like, "Oh, did you know that meow 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 was a real lantern and all that stuff?" And it just keeps I can't get rid of it. I can't shake it.
Awesome. Well, hopefully that information
I did no
will pay
research.
off.
Yeah, I did no research, but I'm hoping that's all my instincts and training will have kicked in during this one.
Well, we're going to find out soon.
This isn't fair because it feels exactly the same way. This isn't even fair. Or is it fair? Because it's more fair.
It's extra fair.
It's the fairest. Let's go ahead and meet who you'll be going up against today. In the pink shirt, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You might remember him from season 3 of Geek of the Week on TNT. No, is that it? I don't remember. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for ToddTheBod Landry. Yay!
Woo! It's me, it's ToddTheBod. How's it going? I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you. This episode is because I wanted to get Todd on the show and I wanted to do a DC episode. And I was like, Todd, what do you want to talk about? What should we do trivia about? And you sent me 10 things, but the first one was Green Lantern. And I know that's your
always thing. The first one's always Green Lantern. As you can see behind me.
Right. We got a picture of Mogo, we got the Sinestro Corps, we got the Justice League is right behind you, which is is that also Green Lantern below the Mogo picture?
There's Green Lantern there. Yes, that is also Green Lantern below the Mogo picture with Sinestro up there. If I took you on a tour, I wish I would have done more. My dresser's all decked out too with Green Lantern stuff. I wonder if I can turn my camera for a moment. You're not gonna have to mess with some things, but I completely redid my dresser. Like Atrocitus is on there. All that fun stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell.
Obviously,
so, what is it about Green Lantern for you? Why is Green Lantern your go-to? At least as far as DC is concerned.
Okay, so I have the real answer. It's because of the power. Green Lantern, he's not really a superhero. Superpower is willpower, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can have power. He didn't have to inherit anything. I mean, obviously he has the ring, but the only reason the ring works is because he has the willpower to wield it. So he's just such a badass character. It was the first comic book I actually enjoyed, and it was Green Lantern and the Flash. tag teaming up against this weird alien invasion. I don't remember the issue number, but I just got hooked. But the willpower in itself, because I've always been someone who I just want to attain that willpower, and that's why I'm always so drawn to it. Like it's what I want. I want to aspire to be to have the willpower that they have. That's why I also like.
Yeah, we've all tried No Nut November.
Just Cruise. Plus, I mean, there's just so many of them. How can you not like at least one of them? Like, there's so many different Green Lanterns you can totally relate to. Like, I relate with Kilowog. All right, he's a big beastly man, but he's got a heart of gold. But he just wants to protect his people. That's why, like you can literally relate to any of the Green Lanterns. Sometimes I relate to Sinestro. All right, like I want to rule with fear. Of course I do. So it's just there's something for everybody with Green Lantern.
Yeah, and can you blame him? His name is Sinestro.
Yeah, that should have been a big old red flag. Hello, I'm Ned Evilson. I will never betray you.
I got a good feeling about that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Atrocitus, right?
yeah, Atrocitus. Even Larfleeze isn't like that. Doesn't mean anything bad, but like he just, that guy, that he just sounds no hygiene, no sense of boundaries, just big old creep.
Can we talk about Larfleeze for a second? Because when they started with Agent Orange, he was the most terrifying Green Lantern villain that I'd ever seen. Terrifying. Yeah. Then they turned him into comic relief. But the Larfleeze Christmas special, where he realized what Santa Claus is just complete comic book gold. It was fantastic.
He tries to steal from Santa's workshop, right? He just goes there and tries to take everything?
Yeah, so I think he succeeds. If I remember correctly, he succeeds to get all the stuff.
Awesome.
But I think it was a great situation. He ended up grabbing the heart.
Yeah, something like that. We got a great show. So let's get into the jaw rules real quick. They're pretty straightforward. Anyone who's tuned into the show already knows them. They're all listed here if you'd like to look at them if you're a huge dork, like most of us are. But basically, the contestants will be sending their answers privately to Producer Ben. Thanks so much, Producer Ben. Producer Ben Spoon, hitting the soundboard with all the hilarious sound cues. No time limit, except once one person puts their answer in and then the other person has 10 seconds. Every correct answer is with 1 point. If you get a question wrong, take a drink. If you get it wrong, it's the other person gets it right. You take 2 drinks. That's the only drinking jaw rule. Don't look at the chat. Don't cheat by looking things up online. And if the game lasts for more than 24 hours, we will have to recharge our power batteries. But I think we'll be good.
I can't answer any questions that are in
for
yellow.
Like 17 hours already.
Let's go ahead and get started with question number 1.
Oh no, my camera!
Oh no!
Classic.
Hello.
Classic.
You my fun shorts.
Classic Yellow Lantern moon if I've ever seen one.
That was your camera pulled an Abed Sur, just crash landed into the.
It just crashed. Yeah. I was the one. I can concentrate as you're talking. There we go.
Yeah.
Man, you get to see so much more of me than you planned on it. This is going to be great. It's a good thing I was actually wearing pants.
Right. Almost a Jeff Toobin situation. Let's show question number 1. The Green Lanterns who got their rings from the Guardians of Oa cannot use their rings on anything yellow. What was the weakness for the ring wielded by Alan Scott, the Green Lantern from the Golden Age?
God damn it. Autocorrect.
For the record, they both answered before you stopped. I gave it a second.
This is the softball. Let's just get warmed up. Todd, what did you put as your answer?
You want to go over why? Do you want to know why that's the? Oh, we can't take the answer first. I'm sorry. Like I got ahead of myself.
Oh no. Then now that you've sent your answers, now I ask you guys individually. So Todd, what did you put as your answer?
Wood.
Stephen, what did you put?
I put wood, but autocorrect sent it as woof at first, and then I wrote wood immediately after.
Dogs are the most terrifying thing. I can't control them.
It also means I say woof more often than wood in my life.
No, I do a lot of sexting, so wood just makes sense. So, I mean, wait, is this a family-friendly show? No, we're okay, good.
Right.
Yeah, it's all good.
I don't know why, but I can venture a guess.
Let's reveal the answer. Yes, it is wood, and here we have a panel from an actual comic of Alan Scott getting his face knocked off by, I think, the Thinker holding a wooden chair.
That's actually my weakness, too. If you did that to me, I would also stop him.
I could have easily included the shot of Homer sitting in the bathtub and Bart hits him with a chair.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have.
Fantastic.
Anyway, nice work, guys. Both of you.
Alcohol in like 6 months, and I've had this much, and I'm already just, this is gonna be great. We're having fun.
I need that.
Right. Then try not to get any questions wrong. They do get harder. Let's move on to question number 2. This is another one about Green Lantern, as you may have guessed. Prior to creating the Green Lantern Corps, what was the Guardians' first attempt at an interstellar police force? Both sides reporting in. Let's go to Stephen Koo for this one first. What's your answer?
I went with the Manhunters. They have like some sort of catchphrase, I think, too, about men and hunting men, but I don't remember it.
All men must fear the Manhunters.
Well, is that their catchphrase?
I thought it was "No man escapes the Manhunters" or something.
I think you're right. I have no idea. I have no idea. I just gotta say with a really aggressive tone.
I think it was hunt men in this economy.
And Todd, what was your answer?
Manhunters.
Manhunters, yeah. And we got
man in the chat. Manhunters.
No man escapes the Manhunters. That does sound right. Were you guys, when you were reading comics, were you confused that there was the Manhunters and then also Martian Manhunter?
Yes, and then they also had a Manhunter on Earth. Like 3 different people took the name Manhunter on Earth.
Oh, right.
Camera just froze. There we go.
Her name was like Kate something, but she had a really cool costume. But
I vaguely remember, yeah. There was a guy. He had like these big, gigantic '70s pointy shoulder pads and a really ugly mask.
Suicide Squad.
Kate Spencer.
Yes, that's right.
Kate Spencer. She was so cool.
Yeah. One quick thing. I was thinking about this this week. Martian Manhunter is a character that could never be created today because he's got too many fucking powers. Strength, flight, invisibility, intangibility, shape-shifting, heat vision, telepathy. That's too many fucking powers. Right?
Superman.
But he also has like the easiest weakness ever.
True.
He has like Frankenstein's weakness.
He really does have the easiest weakness ever.
You mean like wood?
Yeah. Where are you gonna find wood on this planet anymore?
Yeah, nowadays stuff is made out of wood.
Yeah.
Anyway, both of you guys got the point.
Like Alan Scott, go back to wood. Like since it was also weakness to yellow, like a number 2 pencil is his worst enemy.
Let's move on to question number 3. This one is about Sinestro. After Sinestro was removed from the Green Lantern Corps for reasons of being evil, who replaced him as the Green Lantern of Sector 1417?
Ah, shoot.
All right, both sides reporting in. Let's go to Todd first. Todd, you're not looking optimistic about this one.
I'm sure not. I put Sornik not to. That's my answer.
I think that's it. I wrote his daughter, but I forget the name, and that's like not the first replacement. That was a much later replacement.
Yeah, well, that's his daughter, Sornik not too. But
okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's a much later replacement. So I think that we're both wrong. I think we both have the same idea. I don't.
Was she not a Yellow Lantern? Was she not a Sinestro Corps person?
No,
not at
first.
Was
Green Lantern.
She ended up taking over for a while.
Oh, okay.
She was the Green Lantern surgeon for the longest time. She was the medical officer.
Oh, yeah, right. That was a cool idea. Anyway, sorry to say that you're both wrong. It's Katma Tui.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is she Sinestro's daughter?
No.
Okay, got it. So we
sort of got to, yes. Katma Tui, no.
Got it. Because I was gonna say that looks like Hal kissing her, and that would have been a problem.
The Katma Tui, actually, if she is kissing Hal, that's interesting because she was later long-term romantically involved with John Stewart, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. I guess all us humans look the same.
Switch to Green Lantern. Also, okay, this is just out of my own curiosity. How do you guys say the number that the space sector that Earth is in?
2814.
I say each number individually.
Okay.
Anyone who says 2,814 is wrong.
This guy said 2814, and I was like, that's technically not wrong, but I don't like it.
I don't like it. 2814. Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Kamatui was
that...
Jon Stewart's wife later. They actually were more than romantically involved, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Speaking of Jon Stewart, here's a question about him. A 2-point question. Depending on the canon you're reading, Jon Stewart has had 2 different day jobs. What are they for 1 point each? All right, let's go to Stephen first. What do you think Jon Stewart's jobs were?
I just typed in it, but now I realize I was wrong. First one's architect, and the second one is supposed to be marine sniper, I think, if that counts as a job.
Okay.
But I wrote Air Force.
He's a marine sniper for fun on weekends?
Right, but I wrote Air Force because I just kind of lumped it all together.
Oh, so wait, what did you actually send?
I actually sent architect Air Force, but I should have sent architect marine sniper.
All right, Todd, what did you put?
I put architect and then I put marine. I didn't put marine sniper though. I just put marine.
That's okay.
That's close.
The answer
was
close
enough.
Marine and architect.
There it is.
So Todd gets 2 points. Stephen gets 1.
Yep.
No, it's funny because I was like, I don't actually think of a marine as a day job, but I'm like, that's the only other thing I can think of. But yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I guess when you're a marine, it's not like you don't clock out at 5 and then go to the.
Not your typical 9 to 5. There's a Dolly Parton going on in the background there.
He was mayor of a planet that he just ruined.
He was mayor?
Well, I would call it mayor, Mosaic.
All right. So I guess Earth job. Maybe I could have said
Jon Stewart
Earth
is a
job.
mayor.
Right.
Either one would be great.
How do you feel about Jon Stewart not being put in the new HBO show? They're going to save him for the movie. They're saving him for the movie. They're putting Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart in the movie. And in the show, they announced it'll be 1940s. Will be Alan Scott. He'll come out as a gay man, and he's gonna be a railroad construction engineer. And then I forget who's playing it. Flynn Ritrock is playing Guy Gardner in the 80s. And then they haven't said who they're doing for present day yet. So
that sounds pretty fun. Get us Kyle Rayner as like an emo 90s guy. I'm for it.
That'd be very cool.
I want Jessica Cruz. in 2020s. That's exactly what I want. I think it'd be someone.
Yeah.
But no, Kyle Rayner will be a lot of fun. But I'm like, I think Jessica Cruz is. I like her. I feel like.
No, I like Jessica Cruz. But... I was gonna say
he's second from the bottom on the list for me.
Yeah, but I feel like Kyle Rayner embodies the 90s the best. So
Jacob's face when I said Kyle Rayner second from the bottom for me, it just blew my mind.
I love Kyle Rayner. I like that he was an illustrator. I liked his supporting cast. I think Terry Berg might be my all-time favorite Green Lantern supporting character.
Kyle Rayner was my favorite. It's just that the writers just kept trying to make us not like him.
Speaking of Rayner, I'm going to rein us back in to a Jon Stewart fact. He actually had 3 jobs. He was also a police detective in Smallville. So...
sure. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Can we also count like Diggle? Because Diggle's obviously Jon Stewart.
Right.
Security guard for Oliver Queen.
Yep. I know more about Arrow than I think I do about Green Lantern trivia. Let's move on.
Also, B-Brains in the chat says Kyle Rayner is their favorite too, so I feel justified.
I don't blame you. You're just wrong. No.
Question number, I don't even know where we're on. Question number 5. Question number 5. When the Sinestro Corps was first founded, the yellow powering for Sector 2814 originally attempted to go to whom? All right, let's go to Todd first. What's your answer, Todd?
My answer's Scarecrow.
Ooh.
That's
Wait,
my answer.
does that sound mean he was correct? Is that what that sound means?
No.
Okay, good.
I don't know the answers.
It doesn't have the answers.
Because I went with a different answer.
All
I
right,
went
Stephen.
with.
Steve,
No, sorry. What were you gonna say?
No, I am so mad at myself if this is wrong because I feel like I should know this.
Stephen, what did you put?
I went with Batman.
Batman is correct. Yeah.
I'm drinking
Batman
anyways.
Yeah. Here's the exact panel where it happened. I have that right there on screen.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was an issue of Green Lantern or an issue of Batman. If it was an issue of Batman and you weren't reading Green Lantern, this is probably the fucking craziest thing you've ever seen.
How like lame is it that every yellow lantern ring gives you a blue uniform?
Well,
I get that that's Sinestro's original costume. Yeah.
I think that's what just like people in the antimatter universe of Quord wear. That's just like their outfit. So he's like, all right, guys, we only own one shirt, and now all of you have to.
Yeah, like it's like how all the
To be
Jedi.
fair, it was all because of the ink prices in the 1950s and 60s. Right. It's the only reason it was blue and not yellow. But that's why they got to fix it finally.
But yeah, it's just like the whole Obi-Wan Kenobi thing, where it's like, I guess all the Jedi just wear the exact same thing that all the farmers on Tatooine wear. Like, I guess that's
it is a Sinestro core, so they should all have to copy him anyway, right? I mean, he's
right.
The
They named it after him. They all
named after him.
They're not the Yellow Lanterns. They're the Sinestros.
Right. The ring should come with a mustache. Everyone gets a free mustache.
And your head just gets big.
Fun
One
Batman
you
fact.
put the ring on, you just grow a little mustache. Every single person, just a little tiny one every time. That's exactly what should happen.
Fun Batman fact: he wore the ring 15 times.
15 times?
15 times in the comics.
That
sounds
dumb.
Right.
That's
because I remember when I actually did go to Scarecrow, it tried to go to Batman first. Right. I can't believe I'm saying that because I remember that. Scarecrow was such a perfect choice for it when they actually did get the ring.
Green, he's worn them all. Blackest Night, he wore the black ring. It was the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess.
I'm sure he's just like. I mean, we were joking about Thor earlier, but actually, Batman would work for every single Lantern ring except maybe Love.
Right. I don't think he's capable of love.
I don't know.
I just don't think.
I mean, he really loves his dead parents.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for Alfred, his one true love, Alfred.
Right.
It's his only true love.
Anyway, yes, Batman is the correct answer, which brings us back to a tie. So that's exciting.
Yeah,
let's move on to Todd. This is a question about your favorite Green Lantern. What species is Kilowog?
This isn't fair because he's not actually my favorite Green Lantern. He's just one of my favorite Green Lanterns.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I either put in his species or his last name. I forget.
Oh no. This is wrong, but if it's right, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
All right. Let's go to Stephen first. You got your answer first. What'd you put?
I know this word is associated with Kilowog and not a real word, but I don't really know if it's his species, his last name, or his planet. Bolivac?
Okay. Let's go to Todd and see what he said.
Bolivar? I don't know.
Oh, it's so wrong. But he's got to be a Wogmite. He's got to be a Wogmite. That's exactly what he's got to be. He's a Kilowog. He's a Wogmite.
I've never even heard of that.
Wrong. It's not a real thing. But if it is, I'm going to laugh so hard.
Isn't that dark spread they put on sandwiches in Australia?
That's Vegemite.
Vegemite.
But now I want some Wogmite.
That's a sentence no one's ever said.
Well, to be fair, Wogmite sounds a lot more Australian than.
Oh, I got my ring. I'm a Wogmite. That's a terrible Australian accent. So
anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and give the point to Stephen because you got nearly all of the letters here. He's Bullavaxian. His planet was Bullavax Vic, and it was destroyed during the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you were saying that like Kilowog loves his family, I was gonna say what family?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is bad. These are getting harder questions. Oh man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Rude. Now this is gonna be great. I'm gonna come back.
It's an intense game, but I think you guys will come back at the end. Let's move on to question number 7. This one is about my favorite Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner. During his time as a member of the Titans, Kyle Rayner dated which other Titan? All right, Todd does not look happy, but what'd you put, Todd?
Star Sapphire.
Star Sapphire.
Yes.
Well, Star
She's an
Sapphire.
alien.
I don't
Do
think
you
Star
mean
Sapphire was
Starfire?
part of the.
She's not gonna... Oh my gosh. I should not have drank alcohol. What am I doing? Oh, I'm
Yeah,
right.
it is.
Oh,
That is a Green Lantern character, so it's not like it's not like you put like Starman, Jack Knight or something, but
Yeah.
I just say Starfire. I don't know why I said Star Sapphire. I'm about to say just Starfire. Which is probably
Stephen,
still wrong.
I went with
Steve-
Dark Star.
Dark Star.
Yeah. Which
Could
I
you
think
be
was Troya when she lost her
Okay.
powers and became Dark Star.
Yes. So, yeah, you got me because you got lucky because yes, he did date Donna Troy / Troya / Wonder Girl, who at the time was in the Dark Stars.
She went by the name Dark Star.
She went by the name Dark Star. Right. So yeah, I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Fun fact about the Dark Stars: no fucking clue what their power is because it just seemed to change every comic.
Dude, I have no. Dark Stars were a huge deal in Green Lantern comics for a minute. I have no idea what they do, who they are. There's a bunch of them. Yeah, it's
very unclear what their power is.
Wolf Dakota, good friend of the stream, is tuning in. Dark Star was John Carpenter's first movie.
Oh, right. That's one more call.
That's
for
probably.
Yeah.
So her power is like body horror, I guess.
I mean, that sounds fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's that. I'll somewhat not somewhat begrudgingly. Honestly, I'll give that point to Stephen. That's fair. That's legit. She's had so many goddamn aliases.
True. True.
Here's one about a character that is visible over Todd's shoulder. What is the title of the Green Lantern story that features the first appearance of Mogo?
I hope I worded this right. I hope I worded it right.
I'm just guessing based on like regular comic titles.
Let's go to Todd first because I think Todd, yeah.
This is an Alan Moore story, and isn't it Mogo doesn't socialize? Is that what it's? I don't know if I got the wording right, but it's.
That sounds right. That sounds right. I went with, I went with what
Steve,
I would just. I just guessed based on how stupid comic book titles go. I wrote, "Here comes Mogo."
Mogo doesn't go or come anywhere.
But
it's not true.
You could say
Okay.
here comes. You could say here comes blank, and I guarantee that's 90% of the first appearance title of any DC character.
Do you remember in National War when all of a sudden Mogo shows up to fight the other planet? Like Mogo can move. He's the most powerful Green Lantern of them all.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Mogo is my favorite Green Lantern.
Anyway,
nice.
Todd, you got that one right. It is Mogo doesn't socialize. Yeah. Yeah. In yes, it was an Alan Moore story, and I'm really glad you brought that up because that was a question I used later in this game.
Even though it's not 2 points, I'm taking it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I almost did a question about Alan Moore and the various Green Lantern things that he created, but I decided. But I was like, what if somebody brings it up? And you did. So, yeah, Mogo. It's a story being told from Tomar Ray to Arazia. She's like, I've heard of this guy Mogo. How come I never see him on Oa? And Tomar Ray's like, here's why. And it's a really good. It's really great. It's really great.
Oh my gosh!
Short story.
What was the name of that character that went to the planet? Because he comes. Wait. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully that's not a question because it's going to come back to me.
It's not. Bolovic the Unstoppable or something. It's a really
Bolfunga.
The Unrelenting. Bolfunga the Unrelenting.
Yeah,
that sounds like a Star Wars character.
He shows up later for some massive story. Becomes in front of the Green Lanterns. I don't remember what the story was.
Yeah, he fought Kyle Rayner later. Yeah.
Yeah,
everyone fight Kyle Rayner later.
Yeah, I think the fun fact about Bofunga is his last name is D's Nuts.
Moving on. Question number 9. Jade, the daughter of Alan Scott, functionally has the same abilities as someone with a Green Lantern ring. But what's one thing she can do that a Green Lantern cannot? All right. Stephen doesn't know, so let's ask him first. What did you put?
I'm gonna guess phase through walls because she can fly. That's all, and she makes green stuff. Those are the two things that I know Green Lanterns can do. So just guessing here.
Phase through walls. Okay, legit. Todd, looking also not tremendously confident.
See, I put heal, but I meant to say like regeneration, but I don't think either one of those are right either. So but I wrote heal, which is not regeneration.
Sure, I would have counted it as that. That's fine. It's but either way, that's incorrect. The correct answer is manipulate plants. She has the ability to control plants, inherited from her mother, the Golden Age villain known as the Thorn, who had plant-related powers.
Dang.
Yeah.
Do you know what thorns are actually for in roses? This has nothing to do with the Green Lantern, but it's a fun fact. What thorns are actually for?
I love a botany
thorns
fun fact.
They are used to store water. That's exactly what thorns are for. It's for hydration purposes for the long haul. There's your rose fact of the day. Other than Green Lantern, I got a rose facts for you.
Yeah, Rose did.
Oh boy, this is some fine alcohol.
No. I'm just amazing at jokes. That's.
Oh, I'm talking about myself. My head's a little fatigued. This is great.
Sorry, real quick. Just looking up Rose Canton, that's who Thorn's real name is. Under abilities, it lists toxicology, throwing, swimming, skydiving, and aviation.
Oh, so
skydiving is such a superpower. You have no idea.
Stealing Sportsmaster's gig.
God, Sportsmaster, what a badass character.
You can't have throwing as your power. That's my power.
like throwing pots? Like does she do ceramics?
Is she control her voice? No, it is just.
Alan Scott getting fucked up by a piece of wood. I almost used a picture of him getting hit in the back of the head by a wooden baseball bat by Sportsmaster in the coolest thing Sportsmaster ever did. But
sorry, this is
fantastic.
This is legit from the DC fan base database thing. If you click on throwing to find out what it means, throwing, also called marksmanship, full sentence, is the ability of some characters to be proficient at throwing objects or weapons, such as knives, shuriken, or boomerangs.
Is this a Wikipedia?
Boomerang.
It's his DC fandom site.
Yeah, I'm gonna go edit it. So throwing, also known as yeeting.
So yeah, nobody gets no points for that one. It's still a close game, 6-7, and we've got 5 questions left. So, excuse me, 6 questions left. So, you are by 1 point.
Okay, cool. I'm drinking, so. I'm sure I'll
here's another question for you. Question number 10. Rotlot Fan is a member of the Corps, but his species is completely blind and therefore has no concept of color or light. Therefore, what name does he use to refer to himself other than Green Lantern?
Sure, I have no idea, but I'm going to guess this one.
All right, Todd, let's go to you first with your guess.
I was going to say he calls himself the Lantern. Yeah, he doesn't have to specify a color, right? Just the Lantern.
Well, yeah, but lanterns, I mean, he doesn't know what light is, so he doesn't know what a lantern is.
What a lantern is if you don't know what light is. You're gonna.
But the purpose of a lantern is to
know
emit
what a
light.
lantern is.
Yeah, but arguably you would know what a lantern
Is
is.
You still know what a lantern
Not
is.
if your entire species has no concept of light or color. That's the whole thing. So when in the story, when Katmatui goes to introduce Rotlot Fen to the Corps, she's like, "You're a Green Lantern." He's like, "I don't know what those two words don't translate for him." So she has to like figure out a way to explain it. So let's see if Stephen, if you know the answer to this one.
I have a rough ballpark of it. I went with F sharp bell.
Stephen, that is exactly correct.
Boom.
Holy crap! That is impressive as fuck. Ah,
It may be in the other great Alan Moore Green Lantern story. He was like, "What if?" See, if you look close on Rotlot Fan's chest, it's not a. It looks like a bell.
Yeah.
It's
I
so.
I remember it, yeah, because it reminds me of my favorite place, the Philly cheesesteak shop. So, go
Hold
ahead.
on. If they don't know what a lantern is or a light is, how do they help them know like, the shape of like a bell is? Like because you can't get a
Echolocation.
concept of what the
Daredevil
shapes and stuff
stuff.
like that are.
Yeah,
You can
that
get
part
a
doesn't really make sense.
concept. Come on,
So-
you can get a concept of what a lantern is with echolocation. Just you can't with a bell.
Go yell at Alan Moore. It's not my fault he's named.
No, I will yell at Alan Moore. I'm sure he's gonna love that.
You guys act like Alan Moore can't hear what everyone is thinking at all times. His
that's
connection to his
fair.
snake god allows him access to.
Fair. It's the beard of power. It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think
It's-
Alan Moore, like, if Beard Hunter went and found Alan Moore, like, what would he absorb? Like, it's just like he would absorb so much amazingness. Like, it would just.
Just a lot
Yeah.
of cynicism, I imagine. Just a lot of. Like, I don't want to do this anymore.
He'd absorb a lot of uncashed Hollywood royalty checks. They're doing
like
another
that.
fucking League of Extraordinary Gentlemen thing. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
No, bring it back. I'm all for it. Bring me more League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I fucking love it. I am all for it. Bring me more. They're in the public domain. Do whatever you want
The
with them.
comics are
Who
great.
who needs that when you have Penny Dreadful?
The comics are amazing. I love every League of Extraordinary Gentlemen thing that I've read, but I mean, leave the man alone. Watchmen the show was
Just think
was
about this
awesome.
for a second. If Disney didn't do the copyright law, Mickey Mouse would have been in the public domain. Could you imagine Mickey Mouse being in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? How amazing would that have been? Like, come on,
actually,
that would have been like the best thing ever.
Next year, Steamboat Willie could join the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Have
Actually,
some
well,
fun.
and the
See, this
rule
League of
isn't
Extraordinary was
public.
great.
The rule isn't public domain stuff. Like there's I don't know if I think it was it was like 2006 or something. I forget which one it was, but they fight Harry Potter. Harry Potter stuff has shown up in some of the more recent League of Extraordinary Gentlemen stuff.
Oh.
It's not like explicit, like they sort of dance around saying like like I don't think they say Hogwarts, but they definitely say Voldemort. Or Tom Riddle or something. But yeah, they incorporate. And in one issue, there's a poster. It's a world where all works of fiction are real. There's a poster for a Tracy Morgan movie, like from the Tracy Jordan movie from 30 Rock, like Horny Grandma or whatever.
Hey y'all, I'm sorry to burst everyone's like bubble, but Disney does technically own the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, because the division of Disney that owns it would be 20th Century Studios, and Hulu owns the rights to the movie. And as of May 17th, 2022, it was announced that they're rebooting the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. So Mickey Mouse could be in.
Wait,
Mickey Mouse in here.
Wait, that's so great because DC owns the rights to the comic, so they can just tank the movie to kill the comic.
What Marvel did with Fantastic Four, right? Like,
right.
That's exactly what they did.
For now.
Wow, I kind of want to like start fantasizing about new characters they're going to add. Then, like, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is such an awesome concept.
I'm
telling you,
Such a good. I never read the. I guess I only read the original stuff. I didn't read the stuff from 2007 where they fight Harry Potter. But now I kind of want to.
That's in. I think it's Century is the name of the collection, and it's got maybe the best Captain Nemo story they've ever done about his daughter. It's great.
Okay.
I maintain that was one of Sean Connery's best roles ever. It's one of his best roles. That's such a great movie.
That's the funniest story ever.
Was it
I hated it so much.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. It was so good.
No, my favorite backstory of it is that he turned down Gandalf and then he thought maybe he was out of touch with modern audiences, so he said yes to League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and then that just confirmed his suspicion.
and it broke him. He's like, I'm never acting
Yeah, and then
again
it
because of
broke
this
him,
movie.
and then
Yeah.
he retired.
He
was like,
did.
I guess
He
I just
full
don't
did.
get. Yeah, he was like, I guess I just don't understand people anymore.
Let's jump into
gosh.
question number 11.
Sorry, now
What
I'm
is
just
the name
thinking
of the-
about Sean Connery.
Why wouldn't you? What is the name of the entity that powers the ring of Power Ring, Earth 3's equivalent to the Green Lantern? All right. Everybody's in. That was quick. Let's go to Todd first.
Volthoom!
And Stephen is pointing as if to say, that's what I put as well?
Yes, I put down.
Yeah, you guys nailed it.
Volthoom.
It is Volthoom.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Volthoom.
What he looks like. I
That
thought he
might
was gonna
not
look
actually
like
be what he looks like.
I thought he was gonna look like an old Captain Crunch wizard.
Well, there's also the Volthoom from like the current universe because he was
Yeah,
what the hell was he? The first
thought
Lantern, not
Volthoom-
the first Lantern.
I thought Volthoom
Yeah.
was a
Was he the
wizard.
first Lantern?
I don't know who you're thinking
No.
of, Volthoom.
I think his
I
name
don't
was
know who
very
you're thinking-
similar, but I don't think it was exactly Volthoom. You're talking about
No,
the Alpha
Volthoom
Lantern.
was like
The guy with the
first
backpack.
Lantern.
Yeah.
But then in Earth 3,
Hmm.
he's the big bad for Power Ring.
Yeah. So I found, when I Googled Volthoom, I found a whole bunch of pictures. One that looked like a kind of like scrawny guy with white hair and no beard. But yeah,
Wow.
I didn't realize that they pumped out Volthoom as much as they had in recent years, like in the New 52 era. I had no idea any of that.
Oh yeah,
for
'cause
that.
that's when they did the oh geez, he came back. He looked like it was like a multicolored entity when he came back, and they had to fight. They broke like the source wall. I think it was they were going after, if I remember correctly.
You're not
Volthoom.
insane,
crap,
by
I
the
can't
way.
remember.
Volthoom is known as the first Lantern.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. Good. Thank you for the vindication. I know who you are, but
Yeah.
this is for you. Thank you.
Yeah, originally it was in the very first Crime Syndicate comic. It was just Volthoom was just the magic word that the Crime Syndicate would say that would warp them from their Earth, from Earth 1 back to Earth 3.
So it's like the wizard from Shazam. So that's exactly that's what you think of the wizard, right? So Volthoom, and he's
Yep.
poof, just like Shazam.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, basically. All right, you guys both got that one. Wasn't expecting that. This one, let's see. Question number 12. The upcoming film DC League of Super Pets features a team of all animal sidekicks to the members of the Justice League. Classic characters like Crypto and Ace the Bat Hound appear, as well as new characters like PB, a pig who can change size, who works with Wonder Woman. Who is the animal sidekick to Green Lantern Jessica Cruz in this film?
Fun fact, Volthoom is a thing from Skyrim, and I googled that first.
All right, both sides reporting in. Let's go to Stephen first.
I think I totally messed this up. Like I'm kicking myself because I should know the name, but I don't. So I just wrote Red Lantern Cat.
Okay.
Dexter. Dexter is like the most tragic story that I've ever read. Like if his backstory, you should have just seen like my shirt was with all the tears. Like I was just bawling the entire time. It was the most upsetting backstory I've ever read. I wrote
I don't
Cat.
know if it's Oh yeah, I don't know if it was Dexter, but I would assume it would be. That just seems to make sense.
Like I saw the trailer. I didn't even know the Green Lantern animal was in it. I don't remember any of the animals with the Green Lantern powers, but I think Jessica Cruz in the comics, I'm pretty sure it's her sister, or she has I think 2 cats. And I mean she's an agoraphobe, so I feel like she has 2 cats. I don't know. That's also maybe why I liked her so much because I love cats. Like I have my kitties. I don't even know if it's right though, but I'm guessing cat. Also, Dexter is totally on my dresser over here.
Dexter is the greatest. Dexter is basically what if Oliver from Oliver and Company decided to go a different direction. But so this movie is bonkers. So the only reason I know this is because I got the free comic book day comic that to promote this movie. So Crypto and Ace are the only straight up characters taken out of the comic and put into this movie. Ace has powers in this movie for some reason. He's invulnerable. Then they got PB, a big who can grow gigantic, who's voiced by Vanessa Bayer. And the Flash has a sidekick who's a turtle, obviously, because a turtle going fast is hilarious.
An actual character. That's
yeah,
Speedy.
they've done it a few times. Yeah. Oh, in like main continuity.
Yeah. The
okay.
what was that called? Because Captain Carrot in the tune. Because
Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew. Yeah, you can't step to me with Captain.
Yes.
Because I own every issue.
Well, yeah, it's Turtle is Speedy, right? Like that's
his name is Fastback.
Fastback. Okay.
Fastback.
That's why that's canon, right? So that's why it should be a turtle.
Yeah, it would make sense to be a turtle, but there's actually 3 super speedy turtles in these, because there's that, and then there's the speedy version of the Flash in who's the turtle version of the Flash of Earth C-, where it's like Super Squirrel and Bat Rat or something. And then there's the terrific Whatsit, who was a Golden Age character who was basically a turtle dressed up as Jay Garrick the Flash.
Oh, I want that.
So it's a legacy character.
I want that in my life.
However, the character that they are sort of adapting for this movie is Chip the squirrel.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I saw the squirrel, but I thought he had like lightning powers. I didn't know that it was like, because I don't remember it being. That's my fault. I love Chip.
He does.
Chip's fantastic.
He does have electric powers. He does not appear to be an alien from whatever planet Chip was from. He's just an Earth squirrel who gets electric powers, and then every Justice League person gets an animal paired up with them. If you're thinking that seems weird, it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Can we talk about Chip's most badass moment in like the history of comics?
What was it?
When in Injustice, when the Green Lanterns came to fight the evil Superman, and Chip got up in his face, and he controlled the synapses in Superman's brain so he couldn't move. He completely disabled Superman with his ability to control the synapses in his brain with his Green Lantern ring. Chip's most badass. It was one of the most badass moments I've ever read in comics. And it was the first Chip, the squirrel.
Classic squirrel move.
Classic squirrel move.
Also in this comic, they decided to give Aquaman and Cyborg sidekicks, who are 2 guinea pigs, one with hydrokinesis and one with pyrokinesis, and their names are just Kevin and Mort.
Oh God!
All right, can we have a crossover question for a moment? This is a very nerdy crossover. If Squirrel Girl met Chip, could she control him, or would his willpower be too overpowering?
Yeah, I don't think she'd be able to control.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because he's also not a squirrel.
There. I love Squirrel Girl. I love Chip.
I love Squirrel Girl. I love comic books.
Just a note on the Red Lantern cat. So this is technically belongs to Artos, or what is his
Atrocitus.
name? Atrocitus. Sure, Atrocitus. Yeah. And the panel that I'm looking at is amazing. It says, "You kicked my cat. I am powered by rage, and you kicked my cat." And then he goes insane. It's amazing.
Wait. Now, have you actually read like Dexter's backstory? Again, you just need to read it. If you want a good cathartic cry and just hate everything, you should read his backstory. It's the most depressing, but also at the end, it's amazing because when he finally snaps and gets all the rage, you fully understand why Dexter is the way he is, even though he's a cat. But it's like, oh, I'm gonna start crying thinking about it. My poor Dexter, my poor kitties. Speaking of which, my cats' names are Winston Purhill and Benito Mussolini. If you need to know that, those are my babies.
Opposite sides of that war, if I'm remembering correctly.
Oh yes, and they're definitely opposites.
I know no trivia about the real world. I only know about fictional stuff.
Let's go into question number 13. We're in the home stretch here. What is the name of the bar owned and operated by Guy Gardner?
Fuck.
All right, Todd, let's pull off the Band-Aid. What'd you put?
Put the Wolverine. I put Wolverines. Like the bar of the Wolverine. I know it's not right. Actually, I put Wolverines. He's a massive Michigan Wolverines fan, so that's why I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna put Wolverines. I know it's not right, and I have it on the tip of my brain, and because Guy Gardner is my favorite Green Lantern, and this is why it's so upsetting to me. But Guy Gardner is my favorite Green Lantern.
This is maybe the hardest question I could have written about. To be fair,
it's a very hard question. I definitely didn't get it.
Stephen, what did you put?
I know it's supposed to be some sort of like quick sports reference, and I don't remember what. So I just went with the End of the World because that would be a cool name for his bar.
Okay.
But
well, so here I'll posit this question to Todd. When Guy Gardner found out that he had alien DNA, what was the name? What superhero alias did he operate under?
Oh God.
Warriors.
I remember this.
Oh, Warriors.
The name of the bar is Warriors.
Now I know.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, it's Warriors. Damn it.
Yeah.
I know that because I have the comic.
It is kind of a sports reference, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was his base of operations during that run when this was it was so stupid. He no longer had either green or yellow lantern rings. So they found out that he actually had part alien DNA and could turn his hands into weapons.
Yeah,
and then when Jeff Jones is like, I don't want to do that anymore, he said that him being exposed to too much lantern energy purged that DNA out of him, and now he's entirely human.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Whatever. Red Lantern for a while. God, yeah. I love Guy Gardner. What a great... he was someone that I didn't like at first, but the older I get, the more I resonate with Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Like, the older I get, the more I resonate with Guy Gardner, and the less I like Kyle Rayner, I think. I don't know why. Personal taste? I don't know. Like,
I feel like so often I have conversations with people who don't like Batman because he doesn't have any power. And I'm like, that's literally Guy Gardner's whole shtick. He's like, why is this guy in the Justice League? Why is this guy bossing me out? Doesn't he have any stupid powers? And then you get the greatest Guy Gardner moment where he gets knocked out with one punch.
You mentioned Kyle Rayner, and you like him. Kyle Rayner helped build the bar. With several other Green
but John
Lantern
Stewart's
Corps.
the architect.
John Stewart's the architect. Sure.
Okay, so
no,
that's happy I got the first
legit,
letter
actually.
right.
Sorry, I thought you were joking. That's a fact.
My favorite thing about Guy Gardner is the fact that his power, his power battery, he has like a Michigan Wolverines like sticker on it. Like it's like,
oh really? Oh, okay.
One of the most powerful artifacts in all of the universe. And he's like, yeah, let's put a Michigan football sticker on it and just slap it on the side of it. I'm like,
it's a sports
yep,
thing.
That's Guy Gardner. Gives no fucks.
We got 2 questions left, and this one we're going to step sort of outside of the world of comic books for a moment. This is a question actually about professional wrestling. Which professional wrestler is a huge Green Lantern fan and has a tattoo of the insignia on his shoulder?
I may have the exact costume that I wore when I was 14 to 18, and I still have the mask and cape somewhere.
That's amazing.
All right. Then, Todd, would you like to tell us who it is?
Hurricane, Shane Helms. Stand back! There's a hurricane coming through.
And Stephen, what did you put?
Oh, I also put down the Hurricane.
All right.
His costume was basically trying to go for Green Lantern.
Exactly. Just instead of the lantern, it was just turned into a hurricane. Oh my gosh. Him,
Look
Molly
how
Holly.
young
Oh, Mighty Molly.
TV's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is there.
Yeah.
So young.
So the reason the hurricane got... Yeah. The reason the Hurricane got over as well as he did was because The Rock let him beat him clean randomly on an episode of SmackDown or something. They were just having a match, and everyone in attendance is like, Rock's going to win. Of course he's going to win. He's the biggest guy on the roster right now. And then Hurricane rolls him up and wins. It was bonkers. Yeah.
And there's a hurricane coming through.
And then he worked as a producer for WWE until pretty recently, actually. I think he got let go in like 2020. But yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I thought he left.
Now I want to go find my mask and see if I can put it on and take a picture of it later for Twitter. I'm going to have to find it. Holy crap.
Yeah. it's so funny how like occasionally, like, because a wrestler's entire gimmick and entire persona and everything about them can be changed unless they get tattoos, and then that's permanent. That's always going to be a part of their gimmick. Like the Undertaker having the barbed wire on his neck and everything. Or
CM Punk is always Pepsi. He can never be Coke.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or my favorite, James Ellsworth is always Into the Offspring. That's permanently part of his gimmick.
Permanently.
That's the right sound.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, the Hurricane is a big Green Lantern fan. And I found out in doing research that he got this tattoo the same day his best friend also got a tattoo in the same part, but it was the Green Arrow insignia.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's fantastic. I gotta tell you, so I've wanted a tattoo for so long, and I'm not allowed to have one because of my blood thinners, but I'm going to stand up and show something real quick. So I have a scar that is about 8 inches going up my left leg and my right leg. I really wanted a Green Lantern logo on this leg, and then I wanted the Blue Lantern logo on this leg, and then to say, all will be well. And that's what I wanted so badly. And seeing him with his Green Lantern tattoo, like I've always fucking wanted one. I'm not allowed to have one, but I want one. I sure do. Like I want to turn that scar into like a massive Green Lantern energy signature. Like that's what I want.
That'd be dope.
That'd be sick. So
for now, you can just
I
shave
love
it
that
to the side of your head, I guess.
Oh, I should do that actually. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, not a hard shape.
Yeah. Let's move on to the final question. Question number 15. We had to talk about it. We can't do a whole Green Lantern trivia and not talk about it.
Oh, God.
Who played Ferris aircraft engineer Thomas Kalmaku in the 2011 film Green Lantern?
I'm pretty sure I have this right. I'm pretty sure.
All right.
So I regret not getting a clip of "I know, right?" as like something that I could have used for this episode, but I feel like I should put it out there now.
Oh, from the movie? Oh, right.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
That movie. Steven, we saw that together, right?
Yeah, we dressed up for it. You know what? You know what Green Lantern needed was more veins, in my opinion. Why don't we make a movie like that?
It makes me so sad because there was they were setting some things up for the second movie that I could have been okay with.
Yeah,
but
the cast was amazing. I liked the
yeah.
cast.
And then why? Why is it just why CGI suits? Why was just why? And why for all of it? Like Parallax is an army of skulls coming at you. That's all yellow. Like I know I blocked most of the movie from my mind because I have to, but
right.
I feel like they were setting some really like Hector Hammond was okay. He was the only he was the only redeeming quality of that entire fucking movie was Hector Hammond. That was it.
Oh yeah,
like,
Peter Sarsgaard.
I loved Sinestro in that movie. I thought Sinestro was great.
I think Sinestro would have been fantastic for the second movie. Like, I just thought it was again.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I haven't watched it in 12 years. That this is the only thing I remember being good was Hector Hammond. Like that was it. But also, why was Amanda Waller in it, and why did they do her so terribly? Like
Should have been Viola Davis.
See, it should have just been CCH Pounder all the way. CCH Pounder should always be Amanda Waller.
So anyway, Stephen, let's go to you first. Who did you play Thomas Kalmaku?
I'm not confident about this answer. I'm just taking a real big shot in the dark, but it just sounds like it would be right. Taika Waititi.
Okay. Todd,
what did you put? I put Taika Waititi.
Yeah. Taika freaking Waititi.
Okay. Hey.
Like a good 4 years before he started becoming a really big deal in film and television. Like Flight of the Conchords. He directed some episodes of Flight of the Conchords, and that came out a few years earlier. But Boy was really his only movie at that time. This was maybe 3 years before What We Do in the Shadows. So this is such a weird. And now he's directing. Yeah, the 2 Thor movies, Jojo Rabbit. Like he's just one of the most in demand directors right now.
The next Star Wars movie is Taika Waititi's Star Wars movie. Like that's the next Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a good actor, but he's he's a director.
Yeah.
So
This is
this
just
is
like
so
the-
bizarre.
yeah.
So I only know this because last week I binged all of Our Flag Means Death, which is like one of the best shows on television, and I don't know how it has been rated for season 2. And I was reading an article about it, like I want more, and they were talking about Taika Waititi and Ryan Reynolds joking about the Green Lantern movie, and I'm like, oh shit, he was in that movie. I was like, I forgot all about that. That's the only reason I know that. So thank you, Taika Waititi, and having an amazing show called Our Flag Means Death. Everyone should watch it if you haven't.
I got it. It's on my list. I don't have. It's on HBO, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Everything about it.
Yeah.
Everything about it.
So yeah, I incredibly, I didn't think anyone would point, but you both got it. So that's cool as hell. Speaking of CGI suits,
Steven, we're killing it. We neither one of us studied, and our brains are just
We didn't
working.
Yeah.
No, I fucking wanted to. I
wish I could have trained
like,
under any of these facts for real knowledge.
I'm coming right. You see, I'm gonna do. Like I was fully planning on rereading like my favorite comic of all time, the Sinestro Corps, because I have the absolute Sinestro Corps War.
Nice.
Sinestro Corps War
great,
is by
great
far
art.
like, it cements so many things for me. And I was like, I want to reread this entire thing because I was like, I haven't read it in a while, and I'm like, I'm just so excited for trivia. And then I got caught up with other stuff, and I'm like, no, I gotta read it. I just want to reread it. I'm gonna read it tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do. It's like It's so good. Oh my god. It's probably the best Green Lantern story, in my opinion. Obviously, it doesn't have to be anyone's opinion, but in my opinion, that is the best Green Lantern story.
Yeah, top notch. Great new characters, great art, great, like awesome stuff.
The
that brings
only
us to this
problem
conclusion.
I have with that is Superboy Prime. Like, I love Superboy Prime, but
you got to use him more
he was
sparingly.
so
He shouldn't be popping up and
powerful.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
What the hell was his name? I just have it on the tip of my tongue. The one, the Daxamite, the one that Superman with the Green Lantern ring. What was his name?
Are you thinking of Mon-El or somebody else?
Someone else.
No, Mon-El was from the Legionnaires. It was the other Daxamite. Started with an S.
What the hell was his name?
I have no idea.
Sodom Yat. Sodom Yat.
Yeah,
Sodom Yat is basically Superman with a Green Lantern ring, and Superboy Prime still kicked his ass. And I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like Sodom Yat should have been able to. I mean, they did go toe to toe, but what a good. That's what I said. Mogo. Then he Mogo's.
Yeah.
Oh, Todd, you completely froze.
Why? Oh, I froze. No.
Well, you're back.
You're good.
Oh, okay, good. The Fly. Mogo's partner.
Despotalis? Oh.
Oh, no, Despotalis was Sinestro Corps' little micro thing.
The virus,
The Fly was, BZVT.
That was awesome.
He brought up the fucking train. Like, here's Mogo's partner. You never think about this. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
You never think about Mogo having a partner. But of course he does.
Every sector has one. This concludes this episode. Congratulations to Stephen. A 2-point victory.
Yay!
Still a very commendable game. Out of a possible 16, 10 to 12 is a terrific score for either one of you. So I hope that everyone feels great about how well they did today. Todd, thank you so much for coming on the show. We'll have to have you back at some point. Maybe we'll even have you guys do a rematch on a completely separate DC subject or something else entirely. We're off for the next 2 weeks, but we will be back with more One Up in June. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks again to Stephen Koo, ToddTheBod Landry, producer Ben Spoon. They're in the producer's thing. And this has been another episode of One Up. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Stay tuned for more Super Trash TV coming up later this week. Stuff happening all the time. Bye.